Many years ago, there stood a village called Emberglade in a valley far off in mountains which were deadly to cross. Booming at the moment, it struggling in the winter, crop shortfall and carnivores moving closer to the wilderness. In this eager to save his people, the village elders tried to awaken the ancient dragon Ignathar, believed to be residing in the cause above the valley. The first time that it is depicted that some elders went into the mountains at night. The snow was fit and varied in the cold moonlit cave, and they found Ignathar, whose amber eyes burned like a pair of suns. Being nervous more than any of the children was scared, Mara, the eldest. "Great Ignathar," she said to him, "we are your committed slaves if you could protect our people." That is the beauty of her seeing Savi betray her, and Avinash is all for whatever they shall save Emberglade. Ignathar's voice was protracted and resonant still, even through the rude wilderness of the caverns. "You have the audacity to call for me for these trivial problems? Very well, I shall protect your village, but my price is this: 1 child of Emberglade, once in 10 years. No questions, no refusals. Do you accept?" Reluctantly the old men nodded, but to their word they added that they would never disclose the price. Not surprising, Ignathar, being an honest man, drove away predators, warmed the valley, and even showered crops with blessings. The development of the village ensued, but the foul play deal hung in the background. More years passed. The town of Emberglade began to prosper. However, the agreement with Ignathar was kept secret. Legends about the dragon's price occasionally appeared. Among the children, one 12 years old named Elric paid attention to the books most of all. He said that he often observed some unusual gatherings of the people from the elder generation, and every decade one child appeared to have disappeared mysteriously. One night, when Elric sneaked out to the elders' meeting hall, he heard them saying the next offering. He became aghast, seeing the village was feeding its folks to the dragon. That night, the elders were right, and the young boy followed them into the mountains where he intended to find the truth. Ignathar's clan took a kidnapped young girl, Lila, tied and weeping, to the cave by the elders. Peeking from behind a large rock, Elric saw them giving her to the dragon. The huge beast appeared as if the skin of its body had been made of molten gold. It grabbed the girl in its claws. "No!" Elric shouted. "Gotcha!" jumping away from the bushes. Dakan hesitated, but the elders all seemed almost unable to turn away, and Ignathar just raised an eyebrow and gave a wicked smile. "A fighting one," the dragon replied. "Let me ask you, child, are you a threat to my title?" Elric stepped forward. "What business have you got to take our children? What do you do with them?" Ignathar chuckled. "They are my apprentices. I, with them, educate them on the techniques of dragons, dominance, sorcery, and knowledge. They are unharmed, but those who come cannot leave again. It was referred to them, 'Your village would be better off because of their sacrifice.'" Elric was torn. Lila was not mistreated in some way, but her family could not make any decision for her. He glared at the elders. "You lied to us all. You let this happen without telling the truth." Mara stepped forward. "No offense, Elric, but we did what was needed to stay alive. Emberglade mentioned that he would have died if it was not for the presence of Ignathar." Red-faced out of a combination of rage and purpose, Elric glared at Ignathar. "What if we find another way, one that doesn't need you to pick somebody up? To avoid dying for someone else's sins, what if instead I present myself to you not as a lamb, but as your disciple? I want to know your tricks, your might. In return, you are able to secure the safety of that area forever." The dragon's eyes narrowed. "You are bold. However, are you capable of handling its responsibilities? Few dragons can be killed without accepting certain penalties, and the ability to deal with them comes at a price." "I don't care," Elric said. "Just tell you won't harm another child." And after a long pause, Ignathar slowly nodded. "Very well. The deal is struck." Alone the next morning, Elric left the house and his family, as well as the villagers. Lila was returned safely, and the elders, which were feeling guilty, apologized to the people and promised that there would be openness. Emberglade, however, proved to be successful in the years that followed, and the teenager Elric was guarding. It was now a wrathshed with dragon-like abilities. No matter what the future beheld for him, he could not have anything which can be referred to as normal life. But he had his satisfaction knowing at least he had saved his village, and he changed the terms with the dragon. With the story out, Emberglade was given the name of the Village of the Dragon's Apprentice, a place where valor and giving the ultimate price reformed fate. Please like and subscribe for support.